The first step to achieving greatness. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The first step to achieving greatness ain't as complicated as people make it out to be. It's not about having all the answers. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment. It's about one thing starting. The biggest mistake people make when chasing their dreams is waiting for everything to be perfect before they start. They think they need the right timing, the right resources, the right connections, or the right circumstances. But the truth is, if you keep waiting for everything to be just right, you'll be waiting forever. There will always be something missing, something uncertain, or something that makes you feel like you're not ready. But you don't have to be ready, you just have to be willing to start. People often look at successful individuals and assume they had it all figured out from the beginning. They believe these people had everything lined up perfectly before they took the leap. But if you dig deeper, you'll find that most of them started with nothing but a vision and the courage to take the first step. They didn't wait until they had the best resources. They used what they had. They didn't wait for someone to give them permission. They believed in themselves enough to start. A lot of folks think they need to have every step planned out before they move, but that's not how success works. You don't have to see the entire path. You just need to take the first step. Once you do, things will start to unfold. You'll learn, you'll adapt, and you'll grow along the way. But none of that happens if you don't make the decision to move forward. The only way to get anywhere in life is to start where you are with what you have and do what you can. People often focus on what they lack rather than what they already possess. They tell themselves they need more money, more education, or more support before they can take action. But the reality is you have enough right now to begin. If you have an idea, start planning. If you have a skill, start practicing. If you have a dream, start working towards it. Progress doesn't happen overnight. And greatness isn't achieved in a single moment. It's built over time. And it begins the moment you stop making excuses and take action. Some of the most successful businesses, careers, and personal achievements came from people who simply used what they had and figured out the rest along the way. They didn't let fear paralyze them. They didn't let doubt keep them stuck. They understood that momentum is created by movement, and the only way to build momentum is to take that first step. Fear is one of the biggest obstacles standing between people and their dreams. It whispers doubts, plants hesitation, and convinces people that they are not ready, not capable, or not good enough. Fear doesn't just go away on its own, and waiting for it to disappear before taking action is a waste of time. No matter how much experience, confidence, or success someone has, fear will always be present in some form. It might be the fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of the unknown, but it will always be there. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't the absence of fear, it's the willingness to move forward in spite of it. Most people believe that successful individuals are fearless, but that couldn't be further from the truth. They feel the same fear everyone else does, but they refuse to let it control them. Instead of running from it, they acknowledge it, understand it, and then take action anyway. They know that fear is nothing more than a test, a mental hurdle designed to see who is truly committed to their goals. The ones who push through and take action despite their fear are the ones who eventually reach success. Fear thrives in uncertainty, and the unknown can be intimidating. People get stuck because they want guarantees before they move, but life doesn't offer guarantees. The only way to overcome fear is through action. The more steps a person takes, the more their confidence grows. Fear loses its grip when action becomes the response instead of hesitation. The mind starts to shift from what if I fail to what if I succeed, from I'm not ready to I'll figure it out along the way. Most fears are not based on reality, but on negative possibilities. People create worst-case scenarios in their minds and talk themselves out of opportunities before they even try. But more often than not, those fears never come true. The only thing that becomes real is regret, the regret of never knowing what could have happened if they had just taken that chance. Every great achievement, every breakthrough, every success story is built on moments where fear was present, but action was chosen instead. The key is not to wait for fear to leave, but to understand that it is part of the journey and to keep moving forward anyway. One of the biggest misconceptions people have about success is thinking they need to have everything figured out before they begin. They believe they need a detailed plan, all the resources, and absolute certainty before they take that first step. But the truth is, nobody has all the answers in the beginning. Success is a journey of learning, adapting, and growing along the way. Waiting until you know everything will only keep you stuck in the same place, watching time pass by without ever making a move. People often overanalyze every possible scenario, trying to predict every outcome before they even start. They want to be sure that they won't fail, that everything will go smoothly, and that they will succeed without setbacks. But success doesn't work that way. It's messy, unpredictable, and filled with challenges. If you wait until you feel completely ready, you'll never take action, because there will always be something you don't know or something that makes you hesitate. Some of the most successful people in the world started with little more than an idea and a willingness to try. They didn't have all the answers, but they had the courage to begin. They took one step, then another, and figured things out as they went. They made mistakes, learned lessons, and adjusted their approach along the way. Every challenge they faced taught them something valuable, and every setback became a stepping stone toward their ultimate goal. The only way to truly learn is by doing, and the only way to get better is through experience. Doubt and uncertainty are natural parts of the process. There will be moments when you question yourself, when obstacles seem overwhelming, and when you feel like giving up. But the difference between those who achieve greatness and those who don't is persistence. Instead of letting doubt stop them, successful people push through and take action despite not knowing everything. They understand that confidence isn't something you wait for, it's something you build through action. Opportunities don't always present themselves in clear, obvious ways. Sometimes you have to create them by stepping out and taking a chance. The first step is always the hardest, but once you take it, momentum starts to build. You begin to see progress, gain experience, and develop skills you didn't even know you had. The journey of success is not about having all the answers from the start, but about trusting yourself enough to begin and figuring it out as you deduct the difference between people who achieve greatness and those who don't isn't talent, resources, or luck. It's a made-up mind. When someone decides with absolute certainty that they are going to do something, nothing can stop them. They stop making excuses, stop second-guessing themselves, and stop waiting for the perfect moment. They move forward with conviction, knowing that no matter what obstacles come their way, they will find a way through. A person with a made-up mind doesn't back down at the first sign of difficulty because they have already decided that quitting is not an option. Most people never reach their full potential because they leave too much room for doubt. They allow hesitation to creep in, and that hesitation turns into procrastination. They tell themselves they want success, but deep down they haven't fully committed. When the mind isn't fully committed, it becomes easy to give up when things get tough. Challenges seem bigger, setbacks feel more discouraging, and fear takes control. But when a person makes a firm decision, when they remove the option of quitting, everything changes. They start thinking differently, moving differently, and approaching obstacles with a problem-solving mindset instead of a defeatist attitude. A made-up mind creates a sense of urgency. Instead of waiting for motivation to strike, a person with a solid decision starts taking action immediately. They understand that progress isn't made by thinking about what they want, it's made by doing the work day in and day out. Even on the days when they don't feel like it, even when the results aren't coming as fast as they like, they keep going. Because their commitment is not based on how they feel in the moment, it's based on a decision that has already been made. The moment someone truly commits to something, the universe responds, opportunities start appearing, resources start coming together, and the right people start showing up. But none of that happens until a decision is made. Half-hearted effort brings half-hearted results, but unwavering commitment brings success. Every great achievement in history started with a decision, one moment where someone said, "This is what I'm going to do, and I will not stop until I make it happen." That kind of mindset creates unstoppable momentum, pushing past failures, doubts, and difficulties. It eliminates the need for external motivation because the drive comes from within. Opportunities don't just fall into people's laps, they come to those who take action. Too many people sit around waiting for the perfect opportunity to present itself, thinking that one day the right moment will magically appear. But the truth is, opportunities don't work like that. They come to those who are already moving, those who are putting in the effort, and those who are willing to take risks. The more action a person takes, the more doors begin to open. But nothing happens if they stay still, waiting and hoping for something to change. People often think they need connections, money, or the right circumstances before they can move forward, but in reality, they just need to start. Action creates momentum, and momentum creates possibilities. When a person takes the first step, they put themselves in a position to be seen, to be noticed, and to be considered. If they stay hidden, if they never put themselves out there, no one will know what they are capable of. But when they step forward and start doing, the right people start paying attention. Taking action also builds confidence. The more a person does, the more they learn. They start to see results, even if they're small at first, and those results fuel them to keep going. Confidence isn't something that appears out of nowhere, it's built through experience. A person who takes consistent action gains experience, learns from mistakes, and becomes better over time. That confidence then attracts even more opportunities because people are drawn to those who believe in themselves and their abilities. Opportunities are often hidden in hard work. They don't always come in obvious ways, and sometimes they require a person to step outside their comfort zone. Those who wait for things to be easy or convenient miss out on chances that could change their lives. The ones who seize opportunities are the ones who are willing to do what others won't, taking the extra step, making the extra call, showing up when no one else does. That level of commitment and persistence is what separates those who succeed from those who remain stuck. People look at successful individuals and assume they got lucky. But if they dig deeper, they'll find that those people created their own luck by consistently taking action. They didn't wait for the perfect opportunity. They worked with what they had, kept pushing forward, and put themselves in situations where opportunities could find them. Most people spend their lives waiting for the right time, waiting for the fear to disappear, waiting until they feel ready. But the truth is, waiting doesn't bring success. Action does. Greatness isn't something that happens to you, it's something you step into. It's a choice, a decision, a commitment to stop holding back and start moving forward no matter what stands in the way. Too many people have dreams, but they never take the first step because they are too busy making excuses. They convince themselves that they need more time, more money, more knowledge. But the reality is, they don't need any of those things to start. What they need is a willingness to move forward with what they have right now. Excuses are the biggest killers of success. People tell themselves they'll start next week, next month, or next year, but when that time comes, they push it back again. They tell themselves they need to wait until they feel motivated, but motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. The ones who achieve greatness aren't the ones who wait to feel ready. They are the ones who take action regardless of how they feel. They understand that success is a habit, not an event. It's built through daily effort, through consistent movement, through refusing to let fear, doubt, or obstacles slow them down. Every person who has ever achieved something great had a moment where they had to decide, am I going to go for it or am I going to keep waiting? The ones who went for it are the ones who made history, built businesses, changed lives, and created legacies. They didn't stop because they were guaranteed success. They started because they refused to let fear control them. They didn't let the unknown stop them because they understood that clarity comes through action. The more steps they took, the more they figured out along the way. Greatness isn't about talent, resources, or luck. It's about the willingness to step into your potential and claim the life you were meant to live. It's about waking up every day and making the choice to keep pushing forward, even when it's uncomfortable. No one is going to hand success to you. No one is going to come and force you to take action. It has to come from within. It has to be a decision you make for yourself, not tomorrow, not someday, but now. Thanks for watching.